Hey Mongill Star Diver fans, it's Chris Bolts and I'm coming in with the video on some information for you rookie divers to go ahead and help you guys build your accounts. Now before I do get into the content, do make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. All that stuff really does help me out. Now the biggest advice that I can give anyone that is barely starting this game out is to do this. Go over here and start completing the main quest. That is the biggest thing that I can go ahead and tell you to go ahead and do. I'm currently on episode 2 right now, but you want to go ahead and start doing the main quest, because once you start doing that, all of these other items over here start opening up for you. Like for instance, these cooking and crafting, you won't be able to start doing these until late into episode 1. The paths open up probably within the midpoint of episode 1. And so all these things are what you're going to be able to do once you start opening up the doing more of the quests. Excuse me. The characters over here, when you try to do a breakthrough on these characters, that's basically ascending your character to the next level. You won't really be able to do this until you complete a lot of the content. Now you see right here, you see where it says advance the quest looking for ancient species. I think that's probably part of episode 2. In episode 1, you won't actually be able to break through your characters until you advance your character further into the game. So it's very important to go off in there and actually do a lot of the questing before you actually go off in there and start doing all kinds of other things, such as upgrading your armor, upgrading your artifacts right here. You will get special artifacts for each of your individual characters right here. And early on in the game, you do start getting these things called the monsterlings. These monsterlings right here, they provide stat bonuses and special effects to your characters. I would even say advance the game before you actually go in here and start upgrading these little guys right here. You won't have to really have a really high level account until you get more and more towards the end game. And when we call end game, that means going in there and completing episode 5, finishing that. You will be able to open this thing right here, the dimensional rifts. I think you can open that around towards the end of episode 3, the beginning of episode 4, but I wouldn't even worry about doing any of these things until you actually get more closer towards the end of the game. Paths right here, this won't actually open up until towards the middle of episode 1. And it's very important that you go in there and open this up, because you'll be able to go in here and do these daily quests right here. Or they're not daily quests really, they're quests that you can do at any given moment. You can do auto clear of these quests right here if you have enough keys to go off here after you beat it initially. And then you will get this one right here if you need the gold. But you're going to get so much gold, I wouldn't even recommend that you do this one. I would recommend that you actually go in here and do the experience training and do all these right here to get level up materials, and then also over here to get rank up materials for your characters. You won't get the breakthrough until you actually get closer towards the end of episode 1. So you're starting to notice a pattern here. The more you advance in the game, the more this game actually opens up for you. So that's the biggest piece of advice that I can give anyone who is a rookie diver, is to go in here, complete as much of the quest, the main quest, as you possibly can. And while you are completing the main quest, you can also go in here and complete some of the side quests. I don't have any of that active right now, so any side quests active right now. But as you're going through completing the main quest, you can go in there and complete some of the side quests as well. Just turn that up a little bit so you guys can hear some of that background music. No, just a little bit, just down just a little bit right there. So yes, that's the biggest thing that I can tell you to do, because completing the main quest, you're gonna level up your characters, you're gonna build up your adventure level, you're gonna go in there and gain access to a lot of these different modes right here, and then when you start getting to higher levels, then you can actually start going in here worrying about building up your artifacts, your armor sets, crafting your own armor sets. In fact, if you want to craft your own armor sets, you got to advance the game. If you want to cook, if you want to do any of the cooking, you got to advance the game. If you want to do a link change, you got to advance the game. If you want to do combining, you got to advance the game. This right here, Nanners, he is pretty much available to you at the beginning of the game. So yes, advancing the story quest, the main quest, is what's really important for you to go in there and do. And then once you've done that, then the other thing that I will also recommend you do is don't go in here and try to min-max all these characters. Pick 3, maybe 4 characters that you want to concentrate on and level those characters up. You see right here, I have Ophelia. Ophelia is a 5-star. G1 here is a 5-star, and I got both of those, and I'm using those as my main account. It's not an optimized team, but that shouldn't even matter to you in the beginning. Don't worry about an optimized team. Worry about building up 3, maybe 4 characters that you like to play with. So I'm currently right now, I play with Ophelia, I play with G1, and I play with Reina. Every now and then I will also use Yonhua, because there is a special event that's going on right now that to get you another 5-star. This character right here, her name is Esther. If you I pressed the wrong area, right? Let's go here. So if you do play this special event for Esther, and you go in here and you do the event stage, you got these bonus characters down here. These 4 bonus characters right here, these 4 characters rather right here will give you set bonuses. So if you have Esther, Yonhua, I don't know her name, I don't have her in my roster yet, and Reina here, if you have all these 3 characters, that's a total of 80% bonus that you have. Right now I only have Yonhua and Reina, so I'm only getting a 40% bonus. So that's why I'm working on those 4 characters. But once I probably would get Esther, because I want Esther in my squad, she's a really good win unit. Once I get her into my squad, then I'll go ahead and worry about upgrading her. But again, 3, maybe 4 characters you want to go ahead and start using and upgrading those. Don't worry about trying to upgrade all the characters that you have right there. And it's very easy when you want to upgrade a character. This button says breakthrough right now, but once it goes away, it'll change to level up, or before you actually even do breakthrough, it'll say level up your character. So that's what you want to go ahead and do with those characters. You only want to upgrade 3, maybe 4 again. Cloud and Verna, they're your starter characters. I would highly recommend that you guys get away from them as quickly as possible. They're okay, but they're not really good characters that's going to carry you throughout the game. Verna here, she can't proc her fire on her basic skill set. You have to use her special skill before it procs fire. And then Cloud over here, he's a sorry distant support user, ranged user. He fires arrows. He fires first. You charge up your special skill. You hold it down, and then you shoot the arrow, and then after that you can do a rapid fire of your basic skill. But the enemy swarms you pretty quickly, so he really has no use in the game in my view. So I would highly recommend that you get away from them. Roll on a couple of characters. They do have a special banner that is available for starting players. It won't be available for me now because I've just used it all up already. But if you go over here on the recruit, there's going to be a special 5th banner up here at the top, or maybe it's even a 4th banner, where there's going to give you a high chance to pull a 5-star, I think 3 5-star units on that particular banner. Then after that, it changes over to a regular recruitment banner where it's just a random banner. And the cool thing about that is, I'm just going to use this as an example. You'll be able to go in there and select a particular unit that you want to go ahead and target. I was able to target Ophelia, and I got 2 ranks on my Ophelia. Got her to A1, and plus that's how I also got Esther. Didn't really understand the banner at the time when I started doing it at the time, but after I figured out what it was, then I was able to get myself 2 banners. So you want to go ahead and summon as quickly as possible to get away from using Cloud and Verna. And you don't have to spend any money or anything like that. Just play the game. Just collect the units that you can get to go ahead and summon, and then you'll also, as you're playing the game as well, you'll also get the items up here to be able to go ahead and summon your characters. They call this the Compass of Promise. If you play the game, you're going to get a good plethora of these. So I would not, again, I don't say that you want to spend money. If you want to spend money, fine, but you don't have to. So that's more advice that I would give you guys right there. And I think that's pretty much the advice that I can give you guys right here. 2 main points. Again, do as much of the main quest as you possibly can so you can start opening up all these other items right here and go along. And then also only worry about 3, maybe 4 characters at max that you want to go ahead and concentrate on leveling up. Try to get away from Verna and Cloud as quickly as you possibly can, because they're very mid players. They're not going to be really good players that are going to be useful in the game in the long run. I've already said on one of my streams that Verna needs a buff off the bat. She needs a buff immediately. And don't worry so much about upgrading any of your artifacts and armor sets at this point in time. You can see I do have some upgrades on these and whatnot, but I wouldn't worry about upgrading any of those. And by the way, this one right here, no, I did upgrade this one. But at the beginning of the game, you don't have to worry about upgrading your artifacts. You don't have to worry about upgrading your armor sets. Just play the game. In fact, again, you don't even have to worry about upgrading your little mushroom monsterling thingies. So that's the advice that I can give you guys and everything like that. What other advice and tips do any of you guys out there have for any type of rookie divers? Jump into the comments and let me know what you think. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Let me turn it around here so you can see the face of Ophelia right there. Make sure you turn on the post notifications. All that stuff really does help me out. And remember, this is Chris Boat signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next Mongill Star Dive video. Take it easy.